Alright, what's up everyone? Check this out. Literally, I made a comment on a channel the other day. It's a prank channel. And somebody's actually just got the arsake now that I've actually left a comment on there. And they're calling me a hater. Being online on social media is quite funny. I've messaged them back a couple of times in the comments, and I'm about to show you what actually is being said, because this, quite frankly, is ridiculous. You have the freedom to actually, put in the comments section, because that's what it's there for, what your thoughts are on videos. Now, some of it can be helpful to the creator to improve or do things differently and stuff like that. But when it comes to like prank channels, at the end of the day, pranks get boring and everybody's copying each other and doing exactly what everybody else did last to keep their content going. It's like having a soap opera. In a soap opera, a certain scene will happen, and another soap opera will take that scene and do it in a different way, but it's playing out sort of the same way. And that's exactly what most of these content creators do. They watch what others do and they play those out so they can get their views, their clicks, and everything else, and get the attention on the channel. So literally, I commented and said it feels like you have to resort to this, to get the content out. This wasn't funny, nothing derogatory or anything like that, but this guy, and he's got the stupidest name for a channel as well, named after Thomas the Tank Engine, Blue Engine and Friends, or some stupid shit, I think it is. Anyway, let's jump over and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So here we are on the YouTube page. Now, if I open up this here, he's probably sent me another one by now. Anyway, let me bring up this idiot's thing. I'll click on this latest one. Okay, so at the top here you see some of these are just silly now. Sorry, but it's like you ran out of ideas and you have to do something like this to get the content out. Not funny to me, slowly losing your appeal, now getting boring. Now that is my own personal opinion on the content they're creating for that channel. Okay? So now let's find out what this guy had to say. Let's drop this down. Then he writes, Blue Tank Engine and Friends 1984. I'm not worried about shouting, what this guy's YouTube channel is. I've not even looked at it yet to find out how many subs they got, if they got any content out or anything like that. But they responded with, then do something productive with your life rather than hate on random users just for the sake of it. TF. Now, can you see anything in there that says I am hating on the content that they're creating? I mean, I watched a lot of their content before, and I still watch little bits here and there now. But I'm finding that no matter who I watch, after a certain period of time, pranks get very, very boring. And as I said, they're all copying each other with what the last person's done in order to keep their content flowing. Now, I wrote back. It's pretty long, actually. Let's drop this down. That's what she said. Right. Back at Blue Tank Engine and Friends 1984. I would hardly call that hate. Haha, it's called personal opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Sorry if you can't work out the difference between the two. Oh, and just to let you know, nothing negative, derogatory, demeaning, or anything was said that would relate to the word hate that you claim I have used. And I have done something productive with my life, not that it's any of your concern, but I have qualifications that got me into high-paying, good hospitality job, my own flat, lots of friends, a social life outside of YouTube, social media, a good family unit, and a good life. What have you done before you start judging people on comments that don't go against community guidelines, terms and conditions, and terms of service. If I did something relating to what you said, I apparently have done, like hating, don't you think comments would have been removed? Or at worst, I would have been reported. You muppet. Then he's come back with, it's not an opinion, you're just hating on users for no reason. Let them make whatever content they want. You're not the CEO of YouTube anyway. So then I wrote back, Thomas Tank Engine and Friends 1984. I want to let this guy be known because he's just fitting something to his own narrative to make it look like I'm hating when I'm not. And this is a blatant lie anyway, that I'm hating because I've only put my honest opinion of the content that this channel put out, and apparently I'm a hater. But anyway, I responded to him, you're just hating on me actually because I didn't find the content funny. Isn't it now the case of you're doing what you accuse me of, and it's just because you don't like what I wrote? Well, go cry to mama and have her wipe the tears from your eyes and go back to watching your channels you like. It won't stop me writing anymore if I choose to. That's what the comment section is there for, or are you too stupid to see that? And he hasn't wrote back anything yet. So that's mainly how it's gone so far. But I mean, how can you call somebody a hater for a personal opinion? If I deliberately set out, and violated the terms and conditions, the terms of service, the community guidelines, then I would be in clear violation of what the comment section is there for. Then I would be classed as probably more than a hater. You can't say somebody's hating when they're doing that. They're doing something far worse if they're out to deliberately sabotage that channel, the content, the creators, and cause potential harm, But from what I've written, first of all, as a comment to the creator that's putting that stuff out, my personal opinion is now classed as hate. How does that work? So, anyway, Blue Engine and Friends 1984, get your facts right before you start, judging people and putting out false information, fitting something to your own narrative that's not even true, to try and make out somebody's a hater from a personal opinion. So go cry somewhere else. Don't contact me again. If you do contact me in the comments section, I'll just fire back again. Because you potentially got nothing. You're classing me as a hater from a personal opinion that I made that contains nothing derogatory, defamatory, nothing against the people involved or anything like that, which I've already stated in the comments back to you. So as far as I'm concerned, your opinion of me being a hater, and it means nothing to me. What I wrote was a personal opinion, nothing hateful. So get your facts right before you start calling people things that are not true. So have a nice day and go cry to mama, as I said. Have a wipe your tears and go back to watching your little YouTube videos that you like watching. And the next time you get upset about somebody, make sure you get your facts right first before you start throwing names and labels at things that are not even what you say they are. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Don't go to Blue Engine and Friends 1984 and start giving hate to them and start doing things back to them. We're better than that, and quite frankly, this guy doesn't deserve any more anyway. So, yeah. Take care of yourself out there in the world. Bye for now.